Welcome everyone. This is a new series and I've been waiting for a while. Let's see. Let's move a little bit. Let me also flip myself. How are you? How is it going? Chat. So let's go here. Transform. Okay, nice. I can't see the chat. Let me see. Yes. Okay. Hi everyone. Okay, chat is working. Abhishek is the first one. Amazing. Okay, nice. Let's go. Let me just check something super fast and then... Okay, I think it's okay. Okay. Nice. I need some more light. Just a second. Okay. Nice. Okay, so hey everyone. So welcome in this episode. So this series is an idea to do many things at the same time. I want to learn Rust. I want to learn Rust in public. I like to code, so I code when I have some time. And also, can you hear me? Let's see if you can hear me. Can you hear me? All the West, thank you Aldrin. Maybe the music a bit lower. Sound check. But this is not just for people who want to learn Rust. By the way, there is a giveaway. Check YouTube. If you tag me on Twitter and leave the link of the live stream, at the end of the live stream, I'll select 3 winners for 3 Udemy courses. So do that and I'll check this at the end because now I'm focused, but you have a chance to win a Udemy course so Christmas can come earlier for you. Nice. Thank you so much. So I want to create a framework to learn in public. So with this series of live streams, I want to highlight how you can learn in public. So Rust is just an example for me because Rust is something that I want to learn. But what a Drakri, Tobiloba, thank you so much for joining here. I have basically 2 modes. This is the full screen mode, so I don't have the chat here because I want to focus and maybe reuse some parts. So basically I want to give you an idea on how you can learn in public with live streams. So basically you can replace the Rust with JavaScript, Go, Python or whatever you want, and this would work anyway. So and of course I'll deeply discuss about this process of learning in public in the 4C community. So this is just a part, this is just let's say the lessons. And the first thing that I'll say is that it's important to create an announcement. So like a short video, hey Jax, an announcement, a short video, create assets. Creating the thumbnails took me a lot of time, like taking the pictures. So that's an important part for the brand, if we can say, of the series. Then the announcement is very important. Hey, thank you, Abhishek. Let me check if it works. Yes, nice. Let's go in this mode, maybe, so you can see the chat. Nice. And so I also prepare the structure. So this will be live streams, but I'll always be prepared. So they are not random live streams. I don't know the topic, but I prepare on everything else. For example, I will prepare every time this template, and we will follow this template in every episode. So maybe this episode can be a little bit longer, but let's see. So anyway, this is the giveaway. At the end of the live stream, probably when I'll close it, I'll select the winners. Now I want to focus, but just put the link, tag me on Twitter. I'll select the 3 winners for a Udemy course live stream. So there are 5, so for every episode there will be 5 parts. And so the first part is the recap of the last episode. It will be something very easy, but I'll probably say in short what happened in the last episode. Then I'll explain what we will do, or what I want to do in this live stream. And this part is very important to give an idea of what we will do. Then we will have the lesson itself, which I want not to be very long, so I want to be max 30 minutes. So 30 minutes for the lesson itself. So everything else is like before and after. Then we'll have a recap at the end of the live stream of what I did. Hey Graham, thank you on Twitch. I can see you. Where are you? To below? 1 second. There we go. Because and okay. So the recap, and at the end of the live stream there will also be my impressions. So my impressions of what I did, if I like it, if I don't like it. I know that Rust can be tricky in some ways, and so let's start. So for this specific lesson we will have no recap, because this is the Genesis episode, this is the first episode, but we will do basically 6 things. So first of all, I'll show the GitHub repository. I've already created it, so to save some time. So my goal for my live stream is show the GitHub repository to the audience, add the book link. Yes, we will use an online version of very good, very updated version of Rust online. And this is one of the reasons why I decided to make this public. So this is the book, the Rust programming language. Don't worry, I'll show the link soon. Then we will start right away with the sections of the book. So I want to cover these basically 4 sections, okay? And then there will be the lesson itself, and then the recap and the impressions. So if there are no questions, we can start. Nice. So is it everything clear? We can start, because time goes fast. So no last episode, so I want to show the GitHub repository. So I created a repository called Rust Crash Course, and I can share this also on YouTube and on Twitch. Okay, I'm sorry, but this is the only possible way for me to do that, is to share, basically share my screen. So I created this repository and I called it Rust Crash Course. It's a bit ambitious because I know nothing about Rust, but I want to think in advance. Let's say that one day this will become a repository for a Rust Crash Course. I hope so. Wish me luck. I already have this repository, so I already created this. We have already 5 starts. That's amazing. If you can start the project, that will really mean a lot. Then here we'll have the list of all the live streams, so all the lessons, and also some additional links. For example, I'll use this programming, this book, online book. So let's add this, and maybe we can add this online book, and this will be in the GitHub repository itself. Okay, Nice. Okay. Perfect. So I already show on my GitHub repository, I add the book link, and now we can start right away. So I'm also showing how you can do this in public. So finally we can start. I've been waiting for this for so many days, and so let's start. Lesson 1, Rust from zero, hello world. So the Rust programming language. I'm really excited. So this is by Steve Klabnik and Carol Nichols. I don't know who they are. Tell me if you want this bigger. Contributions from the Rust community. This version of the text, assume you're using Rust 1.62 or later. So this seems let's say, this is a good sign of a good programming language. That it's like its last update, it has been this June of this year. See the installation section of chapter 1 to install or update Rust. Okay, I think we have... No, installation... No, we don't need it now. So we have the HTML format is available and offline. Okay, nice. Translations, we're gonna use the English version. Text is also available, but let's start. So let's go. Thank you. So, oh, nice. So, Foreword. Okay, this is. Let's. I want to really take it easy and check with you this part. So, so it wasn't always so clear, but the Rust programming language is fundamentally about empowerment. Wow. No matter what kind of code you are writing now, Rust empowers you to reach further, to program with confidence in a wider variety of domains than you did before. They are already buying me. Take for example system level work that deals with low level details of memory management. If you ever coded in C, you know what I mean, like things like malloc, alloc, is basically the nightmare of my computer science degree. Data representation and concurrency, those are hard topics, and usually it's always a trade-off between how simple a programming language is and the efficiency of the programming language itself. So traditionally this realm of programming is seen as arcane, accessible only to a select few who have devoted the necessary years learning to avoid its infamous pitfalls. Can you turn the background sound down a little? Yes. Valar Morgulis. Nice. I can even turn it off. Let's tune it up. Okay. So, of course, we are on the Rust programming language page, but let's keep going. For now, they are doing a good job. So, Rust breaks down these barriers by eliminating the old pitfalls and providing a friendly, polished, set of tools to help you along the way. Programmers who need to deep down into lower level control can do so with Rust. Without taking on the customary risk of crashes or security holes, and without having to learn the fine points of a fickle toolchain, okay? Better yet, the language is designed to guide you naturally toward reliable code that is efficient in terms of speed and memory usage. So, to be honest, this is a dream. I don't know if it's true. I never heard someone saying bad things about Rust, so this is promising. Let's go here. Programmers who are already working with low-level code can use Rust to raise their ambitions, because usually low-level code like C is then hard to use. For example, introducing parallelism in Rust is a relatively low-risk operation. Wow, the compiler will catch the classical mistakes for you. so it's a compiled language. And you can tackle more aggressive optimization in your code with the confidence that you won't accidentally introduce crashes or vulnerabilities. But Rust isn't limited to low-level system programming. It's expressive and ergonomic enough to make CLI apps. Interesting. Web servers. This could be one of the first projects, like creating a simple web server in Rust, and many other kinds of code quite pleasant to write. You will find simple examples of both later in the book. Nice. Working with Rust allows you to build skills that transfer from one domain to another. Interesting. You can learn Rust by writing a web app, then apply those same skills to target your Raspberry Pi. By the way, I have a Raspberry Pi, so I don't know, maybe at some point, if it makes sense, I'll also use it. This book fully embraces the potential of Rust to empower its users. It's a friendly and approachable text intended to help you level up not just your knowledge of Rust, but also your reach and confidence as a programmer in general. So dive in, get ready to learn, and welcome to the Rust community. Nicholas Matsakis and Aaron Turon. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So the first impression is very nice. Let's check the GitHub repository very fast. This is the repository of the book. Okay, Rust Lang. This is the book. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Of course. Now, so I made the foreword. As you can see, I'm following the checkbox. Of course, I checked these before starting. Let's go on the introduction. How long is it? It's a bit long. Let's try. Let's go. Okay, so let's see. You got this. Thank you, Avi. Thank you, Tobiloba. Let's learn together. This lesson might be a bit boring because it's the first one, so it's the introduction. I want to make the hello world, at least the hello world. Let's see. So. Welcome to the Rust programming language, an introductory book about Rust. The Rust programming language helps you write faster, more reliable software. Nice. High-level ergonomics and low-level control are often at odds in programming language design. Rust challenges that conflict. Exactly, this is what I was saying before. Through balancing powerful technical capacity and a great developer experience. Let's see if it's true. Rust gives you the option to control low-level details. This is a dream. The option to control low-level details, such as memory usage. Nice, Perduma, good luck. Without all the hassle traditionally associated with such control. So, who Rust is for? Probably for everyone, for them. Many people for a variety of reasons, but let's give them the benefit of doubt. Let's look at few options for who Rust is for. Team of developers. Rust is proving to be a productive tool for collaborating among large teams of developers with varying levels of system programming knowledge. This can be a good idea to make maybe a project in the 4C community. Low-level code is prone to a variety of subtle bugs, which is most other languages can be caught only through extensive testing and careful code review by experienced developers. In Rust, the compiler plays a gatekeeper role, gatekeeper here is in a good sense, by refusing to compile code with these elusive bugs. So it refuses to compile these bugs, including concurrency bugs. By working alongside the compiler, the team can spend their time focusing on their program's logic rather than chasing down bugs. Rust brings contemporary developer tools to the system programming world. Cargo, that will do this probably on the next lesson. The Included Dependency Manager and Build tool, sort of NPM or pip for Python, makes adding, compiling and managing dependencies painless and consistent across the Rust ecosystem. Rust FMT ensures a consistent coding style across developers. Okay, consistent coding style. I don't know what this does mean. The Rust language server powers integrated development environment integration. Rust language server. okay, for code completion and inline error messages. I don't know, I think it will use VS Code for now, and then we will see. By using this and other tools in the Rust ecosystem, developers can be productive while writing system-level code. So, teams, students, is good for students who are interested in learning about system concept. Okay, using Rust, many people have learned about topics like operating system development. The community is very welcoming, we'll see, and happy to answer student questions. Through efforts such as this book, the Rust teams want to make systems concept more accessible to more people, especially those new to programming. This is a crucial part for a language to be successful, even more than the efficiency on the language itself. Companies. Hundreds of companies, large and small, use Rust in production for a variety of tasks. Okay, tasks include command line tools, web services, DevOps tooling, embedded services, audio and video analysis. I've been herding Rust for a while, and transcoding cryptocurrencies, bioinformatics, search engine, Internet of Things, application, machine learning, and even major parts of the Firefox web browser. I think that Rust has been created by the Mozilla team, at least at the beginning. Not sure about this, but I checked this somewhere. I wrote an article a couple of days ago. And now, open source developers. Rust is for people who want to build the Rust programming language community, developer tools and libraries. We'd love to have you contribute to the Rust language. This might be a goal for 2023, so open source developers, great move to make the language itself open source. Really, really good move. People who value speed and stability. Rust is for people who crave speed and stability in a language. Speed and stability are they seem very good. By speed we mean the speed of the programs that you can create with Rust and the speed at which Rust lets you write them. The Rust compilers check and assure stability, so the compiler is in charge of ensuring stability through feature addition and refactoring. This is in contrast to the brittle legacy code in languages without these checks, which developers are often afraid to modify. By striving for a zero-cost abstractions, high-level features that compile to lower-level code as fast as code written manually, Rust endeavors to make safe code be fast code as well. The Rust language hopes, hopes to support many other users as well. Those mentioned here are merely some of the biggest stakeholders. Overall, Rust's ambition is to eliminate the trade-offs that programmers have accepted for decades. It's true. By providing safety and productivity, speed and ergonomics. Give Rust a try and see if its choices work for you. Nice. Who this book is for? This book assumes everyone, by the way. This book assumes that you've written code in another programming language, but doesn't make any assumption about which one. Okay, we've tried to make the material broadly, so it's not meant to be your first programming language, and I think it's okay. We've tried to make the material broadly accessible to those from a wide variety of programming backgrounds. We don't spend a lot of time talking about what programming is or how to think about it. If you're entirely new to programming, you would be better served by reading a book that specifically provides an introduction to programming. It's a decision. For me, it's good, but it's good that at least they are saying this to us. So, how to use this book? I'll try. Maybe I'll go a bit faster here. Okay. Let me drink. Let's see. Let's see if I can keep the lesson to 30 minutes or just a bit longer. In general, this book assumes that you are reading it in sequence from front to back. Later chapters built on concepts in earlier chapters. Okay. You will find two kinds of chapters in this book. Concept chapters and project chapters. Okay, so of course a concept to learn and projects to do stuff. Okay, here maybe I will not read all the chapters because it doesn't make sense. Let's just read the chapter 1. Okay, here is not okay. they didn't go on the new line. Chapter 1 explains how to install Rust, how to write a hello world, and how to use Cargo, Rust package manager and build tool. For now, that's it. I don't want to read everything here. Just this part. No. There is no wrong way to read this book. If you want to skip ahead, go for it. You might have to jump back to earlier chapter if you experience any confusion. Okay, but do whatever works for you. Nice. An important part of the process of learning Rust is learning how to read the error messages the compiler displays. This will guide you toward working code. As such, we'll provide many examples that don't compile along with the error message. The compiler will show you in each situation here. Know that if you enter and run a random example, it may not compile. Make sure you read the surrounding text to see whatever the example you're trying to run is meant the error. Ferris will also help you distinguish code that isn't meant to work. So Ferris is the name of the crab, okay? The code doesn't compile, the code panics, the code doesn't produce desired behavior, okay? Nice, and they also have a mascot. Source code. The source files from which this book is generated can be found on GitHub. Okay. And now let's get started for real. So I'm here. I read the introduction. I'm sorry this has been a bit long. And now installation and hello world. Let's do it. Before I start, let me remind you that you can share this live stream link by tagging me on Twitter. And at the end of the live stream, I'll select 3 winners for a Udemy course. And if this goes well and my live streams go better, I'll keep doing it, but I can't promise. So let's see. Okay, nice. So, let's start your Rust journey. There's a lot to learn, but every journey starts somewhere. Wow. In this chapter we'll discuss installing Rust on Linux, macOS and Windows. I am on a Windows machine with Windows subsystem WSL, so let's see. Writing a program that prints hello world. I swear that I don't know how to do this. Using Cargo, Rust package manager and build system. Let's see. Let's go. Installation. The first step is to install Rust. We'll download Rust through Rust app, a command line tool for managing Rust version and associated tool. You will need an internet connection for the download. Okay. Okay. The thing is that I have Windows, so I don't know if I should use Rust app for Windows or not. Okay, installing Rust app on Linux or macOS, so of course I'll skip this part. And I think that the Windows one is the hardest one, so if I can make it on Windows, it's okay. Okay, installing Rust app on Windows. Of course, we have to do something like that. Before I install Rust on Windows, I would like to check that we don't have... I don't think I have Rust installed. This is git bash, Rust C. So I don't have Rust C installed on git bash. Okay, so let's go also installing Rust app on Windows. Let's go here. No. Okay, it didn't open a new tab. -1. Install Rust using Rust app recommended. So I don't know if I should do this using the terminal, but I have different versions. Let's go. This is, I think, the worst possible way to install Rust. So everything would be easier than this. Windows is so bad. Okay. Okay, so it seems that it's done. Rust Clippy. Okay. Nice, nice. Let's see. But is the... the chat... Okay, so my chat died. So there were people typing in the chat. Nice. Thank you, Crash Corn. You righted me, but I didn't see it. Thank you so much. I have to check stuff. So it seems that we don't have the chat. Okay. Why is it so hard to have a multi-stream chat? It literally died. Wow. So what I can do is this. One second. It literally dies. I don't know why. No. One second. Let's send the poll. Okay, let me take some time to read. Let's go. Okay. The link is already in the GitHub repository. The link of the book. Now, check this. Maybe. My Linux is blocking me from installing Rust. Nice. Let's see. Let's try to add the chat box and see if it works. Let's see. Otherwise, I'll just leave the Twitch one. I don't know why when I use Streamlabs, the chat on YouTube it's not working. So probably something that I have to check. And thank you again, Crouch Corner. Nice. So let's go here. So press Enter key to continue. Nice. Let's go here, and now let's try to see. Let's try to use the git bash. So let's try rust c version. Oh, it's working. So the chat is not working, but this one is working. Oh. Wait. It's working. Ah, it's working again. Why? 1 second. You should appear soon. Sorry, let me fix this one. Sorry. I don't know why, but this already happened once, that you... Okay, now it works. So basically on YouTube, after a while, it stops working and then it works again. Nice. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. So, the Rust C version is working. You should see the version number. Okay, it's working. Updating and uninstalling. So if I do Rust up, let's try the Rust app update, and let's see how it works. If it works. Rust C. Rust app update. Perfect, it works. So I install. The installation of Rust also includes a local copy of the documentation, so you can read it offline. Okay, Rust app doc. So we made this part, and now and now the hello world. So at the end of this live stream, I want to know how to make a hello world in Rust. If I can make this, this lesson is good. Okay, nice. Are you ready? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let me check. Almost done. Hi. Okay, let me close it. Okay, hello world. Now that you have installed Rust, let's write your first Rust program. It's traditional when learning a new language to write a little program that prints the text hello world. I've got a bit ahead, okay, to the screen. So we'll do the same here. Okay, basic familiarity with the command line. Okay, let's see how long is it. Okay, let's see. Interesting, let's see. So, creating a project directory, we step into the directory, then we create a chat hello, a folder called hello world, and then see the hello world. So, to do this, we will use the repository. This is one of the reasons why I use the repository. So I'll let be all the things that I code here, they will be available, of course. How can I code? Okay. So let's go on any folder, workspace, let's clone the repository. This is not a Git course, but if you want anything. Okay, so let's step into this. They didn't tell me any IDE to use, so I'll use VS Code for now. I know some people use a different one, but let's go with this. So let's create a directory. So let's say mkdir, can you read? Mkdir hello world. I want to use the same terminology here. So I will not have the project, doesn't make sense. Let's do the same. Or let's make the folder projects, because in the future this will be bigger. So I create another project, another folder called projects, and inside the folder I'm literally following what's written here. So mkdir hello world, and now let's go in the hello world. I'm following this one because I have something called git bash, so I'm using this and not the Windows CMD. Okay, so I'm using, but I'm still accessing the Windows file system. So let's open this with Visual Studio Code, with the code dot. Oh, and finally, no, now let's not install everything. Okay, now here, writing and running a Rust program. Next, make a new source file and call it main.rs. Rust files, so this part is super important. Rust files always end with a .rs extension. If you are using more than one word in your file name, the convention is to use an underscore to separate them, of course. For example, you use hello_word.rs. Okay. Now open the main.rs file you just created and enter the code in listen 1-1. And probably we'll also have to install Visual Studio extension. So fn stands for function, I think. Println, I see an exclamation mark here. It's super strange. Why? Hello world. Maybe I need to put it aside. Like this. So let's create a file and let's call it hello_world.rs. And I see here, can you see? Wait. So this is the name of the file, and I already see a nice Rust icon here, okay? And now here, I'll just write my first Rust code. So let's see if I can do it. Okay, fn. Let's see if it's highlighted. Okay, main. Okay, I don't have any. So Visual Studio Code recognizes Rust here. I see it here. Of course, I'll publish the code on GitHub at the end. So curly brackets language print ln, but with an exclamation mark. Okay, and here, hello. I'm excited. Nice. Hello world with an exclamation mark. I don't know if the semicolon is like in JavaScript, that it's mandatory, but for now I'll do it. Done. Whew, hard work. Save the file. Okay, now the interesting part. And go back to your terminal window. In this case, let's see if I can do it here in directly in the terminal. So first of all, let's see if I type rust c -- version. So we have Rust in the VS Code terminal, which is nice. Now let's type. So Rust C, which I think it stands for Rust compiler. So it's Rust C main.rs. I have to solve the. Okay, just one second. Let me see. Okay. Slonet. Maybe you can reduce, but okay. Rust C main. Okay, let's see what happens if I type Rust C main.rs. Error. Main. No, wait. Okay, I had an error. Where am I? Clear. So I have an error already. I have saved fn main println word. Okay. I am in the hello world directory. Rust C. But this is wrong. It's not main. It should be hello world.css rs. File name main.rs. Open the main.rs. I called the file hello world .rs. So I made a mistake on the Rust hello world. Amazing. So Rust C. Okay. Now, because there are some programs when you can compile like a single function, so it could make sense. Don't make fun of me. Rust C hello world.rs. Let's see. Okay. So I've compiled it. Okay. Following commands. And now I can type here. And I think here is hello world. Hello world. If I type this, it works. It worked. So let me see here. Okay. So on Windows, okay. So here is getting very, very interesting. This is very, very interesting. Let me check here. Graham, don't make fun of me. I'll never make a Rust crash course. So, okay, so this looks amazing. By compiling, I have a hello world.exe file. So, I think we are done. So, having an executable file on Windows is cool. And I'll be interested to see what happens if I do this on Linux. So, okay, regardless of your operating system, the string hello world should print to the terminal. If you don't see your output, please back to the troubleshooting. Okay, we made it. Anatomy. Okay. We are, by the way, in 15 minutes I want to close this live stream. I don't want to make them longer than 1 hour. So here is the first piece of the puzzle. So anatomy of the Rust program. There is a fn main. These lines define a function called main. No parameters. Curled in curly brackets. I think we can go back to this format. Okay. If you want to stick to a standard style across Rust projects, you can use an automatic formatter tool called rustfmt to format your code in a particular style. More on rustfmt in Appendix FT. The Rust team has included this tool with the standard Rust distribution. Okay, the body of the main function holds this following code. Okay, the line does all the work. println calls a Rust macro. If it had called a function instead, it would be entered as println without the... Okay, so this exclamation mark is a macro. Okay, macros are in chapters 19, so we have to wait for a while. You see the hello world string and with the argument. We end the line with a semicolon, which indicates that the expression is over, and the next one is ready to begin. Most lines of Rust code end with a semicolon. Okay. Compiling and running are separate steps, so this is very important. Compiling this step, and then we execute it. If you have a C or C++ background, you know this is similar to ZCC or CLang. After that, Rust outputs a binary executable. Cool. Okay, we're almost at the end. This shows the source code file with the .rs extension. This executable file, and then using Windows, a file containing debugging information. Okay. If you're more familiar with a dynamic language such as Ruby, Python, or JavaScript, you might not be used of compiling and running a program, because that is an ahead-of-time compiled language, so we need to compile it in order to execute it. Meaning you can compile a program and giving in JavaScript, Python, or Ruby, you can compile a program and give the executable to someone else, and they can run it even without having Rust installed. If you give someone a .rb.py or .js file, they need to have a Ruby, Python, or JavaScript implementation installed. Exactly. But in those languages, you only need one command to compile and run your program. Everything is a trade-off in a language design. Just compiling with Rust C is fine for simple programs, but as your project grows, you will want to manage all the options and manage it easy to share your code. Next, we'll introduce you to Cargo tool, which will help you write real-world Rust programs. And this is the end of today's lesson. So, first of all, we made it. So, we went through all these 7 steps. So, the lesson is done for me. Now, a recap. So, and I'll do this in real time. So, of course, we had to do an introduction, and so this took some time. So we had an introduction to the Rust programming language. We went through basically chapter 1 of this book. We're using this book. The link is in the GitHub repository. So we have a GitHub repository when we share the book, and also the link of the live stream. Then we read something, but this is okay. It seems very promising, but we are on their page, so it's okay that they're trying to sell us this program. The introduction, I liked it. There are they say who is for, which is basically the end idea of a language is being used by someone. I didn't read everything, all the chapters, but it doesn't make sense to me. This seems a kind of long book, and maybe I'll do it all, but let's see. And then we installed it, and I think the Windows installation has been the worst. So you should have less problem on Linux and Macs and Linux and Mac. I could make a live stream from the Mac or maybe using Linux to just for the sake of installing it, but this is not the goal of this series of live streams. Probably if I would make a crash course on Rust, I should make separate sections for different operating systems. Then the hello world. Very simple and straightforward, the code, so I like it. I like the FN because you save some typing, and I was curious about this exclamation mark, and they solved the issue partially because I don't know what a macro is, but at least I know that it works even without it. I don't know if it's about efficiency, and that's it. And I also made the explanation of the Rust program. So this is the recap of this very, very simple lesson. And so we made the recap of the lesson. Every time, so on the next live stream, I still don't know when I will do this, I will make a recap of what I did here. I'll show you all the checkbox of what I want to do. Usually we will follow the book, but it's not a must. I can also add something if I want. So I'll make a preparation, not about what I do, but I don't know, I want to show something, or maybe I want to show you an article. I'll put this in the what we will do in this lesson. I don't know if I made it the lesson in 30 minutes, but I also have to warm up a bit, and I had to read something. So lesson, we made the recap, and now at the end we will go with the impressions. So hot impressions about the Rust programming language. Let's go in full mode. And these are very honest because I never did this before. So my impression of Rust is that it seems very powerful. It seems powerful, and they think that it helps you to manage memory, low-level memory. It has been a dream. It's basically one of the reasons why many people still they code, and there is a reason why there are languages like C. If Rust makes this easier, it could be an incredibly powerful programming language. I didn't see any reference to the blockchain, and one of the reasons why I want to learn Rust is that Rust is used in many blockchains: Solana, Hyperledger Sawtooth, Polkadot, Ethereum, Near Protocol, for example. So I didn't see anything about that, but I know, and you can use Rust for that. I did a mistake in the hello world because I can't read, but I really loved it. And yes, that's it. So if we can make the live stream less than 1 hour, probably people will watch it more. And so we are done. Let's go in small mode again. This is really the end. So again, thank you so much for joining this first episode. We had around 30 people, which is amazing. At the end of the live stream, I'll select the winners. So soon on Twitter I'll select this. You are still in time. When I'll close the live stream, this will not be possible anymore. So just share the live stream, tagging me on Twitter, and I'll select 3 winners, and they will win a Udemy course. So thank you so much for joining this live stream. I have to fix chat problems. I don't know what's wrong with the chat on YouTube. It seems harder, but I have some time, and probably I'll try to fix it as soon as possible. The idea would be to have at least a good YouTube chat here, because I'm streaming mostly on YouTube. Maybe I'll stream only on YouTube in the future, but I want to see the analytics of Twitch and see how it goes. Let's see. Thanks for inspiring me to learn Rust. I'll maybe do like you're doing learning in public, for sure. I won the giveaway. Del Void. How do you know this? Bye, good vibes. Yeah, probably I can try, jokes aside, Del Void, I can try to see if I can do the giveaway during the live stream, but I don't want now to check all the things, so if there is an easy way to make a giveaway during the live stream, I'll do it, but you have to be patient, please, and that's it. So for now, we'll do this in the old way. I'm also here, Mayank, I'm also here learning Rust. Glad you could make it. Thank you. Of course, leave a like, share the video, because I'm not gonna stop here. I'm gonna go through all the book at least. And then probably I'll find other resources, so it's not that I just do this book. Again, this is the GitHub repository. Let me share it here. Let me share it on Twitch. Let's see. And yes, that's it. And let me also share this on YouTube here. So, and I already have 11 stars, which is nice. Let's see how many. Maybe I can put a goal, like, I don't know, when I'll reach 3,000 or 5,000 stars, I'll make the crash course. So let's see. But I still need some time. Yeah, I know that you're joking, Del Void, but yes, that's it. So that's it. Simple. Of course, this is not a 12 hours live stream. I have a 12 hours live stream on Sunday, but that's another story. We are done for the first lesson. I would like to hear your impressions about this episode. You can reach me out in DMs. You can make a post on Twitter about if you enjoyed it, if you didn't like it, what can I do to improve it, and we are done. Bye everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I'll announce the winners of the giveaway soon. I'm gonna check Twitter now as soon as we close it. So you have 2 more minutes, because as soon as I close the live stream, of course I will not take more enters in the giveaway. Thank you so much for your support, and see you next time. Let's learn Rust together, and I'm super excited. Finally we made it.